to listen to the incomparable Win Twice Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Holly. We always go over, brother, and that's the bottom line. Dig it? So, sit back, relax, and prepare to be entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to day number 2 of the 2025 12 Days of WrestleMas here at the Win Twice Wrestling Podcast. Day 2, already got Cody Rhodes under our belt. Where do we go from Cody Rhodes? I'll tell you where we go.
Yeah.
This is a man, is Guess Who, and he was actually quite high on our list last year and has tumbled down slightly. I believe he was top 3. He might have even been number 2. But
I think I know.
Coming in at number 11 is Gunther.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As I said for episode 1, Holly doesn't know the final order of these because I've tallied them up. So that was a genuine surprised reaction.
It was. Obviously, I've got my list of where I've put them.
Where did you have Gunther again?
He would have been, in theory, for me, if it was just off mine, he'd be tomorrow.
Okay, so it's round about the right area.
He got 3 points from me.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, but you still seem surprised by it.
Yeah, I had because I don't know who you
don't know
scored what to, or Jamie as such. So I thought it was going to be someone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
That person could be tomorrow, could be the
It
day
could
after.
be.
Could be, because I don't know who you're talking about. It's all very cryptic here. All very
Big
cryptic.
muscly man.
Very shrouded in mystery, shall we say.
Okay.
Yeah, Gunther. Like, it's a bit stop-start because of the injuries.
Yeah.
As World Heavyweight Champion, I thought he did very well, to be honest. Obviously, going from having the Intercontinental title for a record length to then carrying the world title, and I think the statistics of him holding titles in the company since he's been there is fantastic, where he's like for 70 if not 80% of his time there he's held some form of championship, which is unbelievable. It shows the faith that the company have in him. Again, it can't be helped that he was out with injury. I would say in terms of storylines there have been some less than ideal ones, but that's not mainly because of him, that's because who he's been in with. So 2 of the storylines that I didn't particularly care for that come off the top of my head is 1, Goldberg.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that was this calendar year.
It was, yeah.
Because Goldberg, I liked Goldberg back in the day. Don't need to see it now.
No.
I don't need to see you.
No.
I don't care how much you want your son to be proud of you, and that's lovely. It's admirable. I don't care. Okay. And the other one is the feud he had at WrestleMania, because to me it still just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Jey Uso, again, it's a perpetual
This guy,
theme.
man.
A perpetual
Can't get rid of
theme.
him.
Well, Jey Uso was fairly high on our list last year. Obviously, he
wasn't
might
he?
well be high on our list this year. But there'll be time to talk about Jey Uso, but I feel like the stuff that he has been involved in hasn't helped the people that he's been against or with. Because, to be fair, the match that was at WrestleMania between him and Gunther, whatever you thought of the end result, it was fine. It was a good match. It was way better than the shit show that Jay and fucking Jimmy did the previous year. Sure. But I don't know if that's more of a commendation on Gunther's abilities to draw a really good match out of an opponent. I mean, what are your thoughts?
So, as him as a whole, yeah, like I put him a bit lower down my rankings purely because there have been, for me, other people that have outshined him, as obviously the way a list works.
Yes, quite.
That's just how it is. And when he has a belt on him, he is very good.
He gives it prestige, I think.
It matters.
Yes, it does.
It feels like it matters.
Because it matters to him.
Exactly. And I like that. I like he feels to me, I don't know him, obviously, but he feels like he's got such a good work ethic that it just translates that it matters.
Yeah. He takes it seriously in the right way.
Yeah. But sometimes I feel like, and this isn't a him problem, when he doesn't have a belt, it's kind of sidelined that at the moment he doesn't really matter too much.
So he's directionless.
A little.
Okay.
To me, he's always a what did I say? He's a big guy, but since he's slimmed down, which I appreciate was a while ago, I was a little bit like, is he still going to be a challenger for because he's a tall guy. He's he's a broad guy, but he's no
Big.
Drew McIntyre, like
No.
physically. So in my head, I was like, is he still gonna give me the illusion of being able to like challenge for these things? Yeah. But he does.
He does, and this is a point I think I raised last year about him losing the weight. I get it, because, you know, from the aesthetic side and from the conditioning side as well, I imagine that's a big help. Having to go out there night to night and do what you do, put your body on the line, all that good stuff. I just thought it got rid of some of his, well, effectively in my eyes, it got rid of his USP.
Okay.
Like, I thought the unique selling point for Gunther was the fact that he was a big guy who could work his arse off and make it look very good. And not anyone else really looks like him.
True.
Or like he did. Even now, to be fair, no one really looks like him.
I don't think anyone does.
But I felt like I don't know, when he was bigger, to me, it kind of worked better.
Okay.
And that isn't to say that what he's doing now isn't great, because it is.
Yeah.
Every time, I couldn't tell you a time where I saw a Gunther match and thought, this wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And that is very rare.
Yeah.
And I think he's only so far down on this list that we've put him because we've not seen him have too many things that felt meaningful outside of the Goldberg thing is one thing.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jey Uso is the storyline that sticks out to me. To be fair, I actually really enjoyed what he did with Punk.
Yes.
It felt a little bit slapdash, how it kind of came together, but it was good.
Yeah.
But of course it was, because Gunther is probably, and I think, again, this is a point I touched upon last year, he's the epitome of consistency. Like, you know what you're getting. It's like a Gary Neville at right back. You're going to get that solid performance.
Absolutely.
And it's going to get the job done.
Yeah. I'm and I hope I'm not wrong with this, because we know I don't like to have an expectation, but I'm very excited about seeing the match with Cena.
Yeah.
I have such high hopes for this, because I'll talk about the other side of that at another point, but it's just got so much potential, and I do think it's such a good, like, what do they call it? Like I wouldn't even say he's an up and coming anymore. Like, he's been there
Passing
so long.
the torch.
But it is like a legend passing the torch to someone else, I think.
Do you think it's the right person for him to be passing the torch to?
Actually, do you know what? I'm fine with it. There's probably other options, but
I don't know if there is.
Match-wise, I feel like you're going to get a good one if it's if this guy's in it.
Because if you're going for up and comer, if you're thinking about the roster, I mean, in terms of their newness to the company, Penta, but that doesn't really work.
Make sense either, does it?
Work.
Really?
Dom would have worked, to be honest, but they've done that now.
Yeah.
That's played out.
Yeah.
I did have another one to mind there, and it's gone straight away. I mean, other people just at the company that could do with something like that, but again, wouldn't necessarily feel right, as like Carmelo Anthony. Like new people, like Dragon Lee's new, but again, none of these fit the bill.
No.
For what you'd need.
For me, it's like a big
Bron Breakker.
guy. But, no thanks.
But do you know what I mean?
Passing it on to another big guy who. My prediction for this is that Cena loses.
Yeah, of course.
Because
it
would make sense. But all I want at the end of that is a handshake. That is all I want at the end of that. And I wrote something down that doesn't make sense, but
I cannot wait. You've built it up fantastically.
I don't know how to explain this, but like, the only thing I think that we're missing here
booze
is always is storyline wise, not with John Cena, but like said that's all done. Next year, for example,
that was going to be my next question.
Is I'd like them to somehow give us a bit more of his character.
What do you mean by that, though?
As in, he's always very stoic and very
good word.
Thank you. Like, I'm here to do a job. This bosh, do it. That's it. But I would maybe be interested in like a tiny little. I want to call it like a glitch. Like, at some point he glitches, and like you can actually see a bit more emotion from it, rather than a
angry, autonomous,
annoyed, robotic. And I that character works. I'm not annoyed at it, but it's just that little, like, you know, when Drew
like the LOL texting,
just a bit of something, even if it's a little bit of comedy value, or if it's a genuine, like, I'm gutted about this.
There's a bit of, I mean, he is displaying some character. Some of the stuff he did with Goldberg, where he was having pot shots at him, was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think this was a legitimate interview that he conducted fairly recently, and he was talking about potentially having a match with John Cena, and he said, well, this year he said, I've had matches with John Cena and Goldberg, the GOAT, and an absolute joke of a wrestler. He said, I'm not going to say who's who, but if you ask Bret Hart, he'll probably know exactly who is who out of those two. And I thought, funny.
Nice, okay.
It is funny. I think he's quite a funny guy, actually, outside.
I can imagine that he is.
But you have to be careful. You're walking such a fine line with that, where you don't want him to become slapstick.
Too much, no.
Like, you don't want him suddenly to turn into John Cleese in 40 Towers, walking around talking about the Germans and stuff like that. It's just...
But do you know what I mean? Like, that's all I can think for him, because otherwise, does it get a little boring?
Could do.
Yeah.
It runs the very real risk. You have to give him... Well, because, I mean, look where we are now. He didn't have a bad match in terms of performances this year from what he did. Granted, like I said, there were some parts where he had injury, which can't be helped. But he's fallen down our list, that being said. And, I mean, yes, he was world champion as well last year. So I guess that kind of did factor into our thinking. But he's technically had a more successful year, given what he's actually done and the prominence he's been given. And yet he's fallen down our list all the same. So he probably is walking a tightrope of potentially next year going, yeah, he was good. Yeah. But we expect more. And there's someone on this list who has been omitted for us. And we omitted them on the basis of, yeah, you're good, but we know you're good. We expect more.
Yeah.
And and it's unfair in many respects. But at the end of the day, that's kind of
we can only got a high expectation. That's the problem.
But we can only form our opinion based off what we see and the expectations that we are given, because that's how it works.
It's our personal preference.
So yeah, well, exactly that. But Gunther, well and truly deserving of his place on the list. I felt bad that he was actually as far down as he was when I was doing the rankings. Okay. Having said that, so what I should have done, and I'll cover what we gave for Cody as well.
Oh, okay.
So you gave him 1, so he's bottom of your list. Yeah. Jamie gave him 6.
It's generous.
I gave him 1. So yeah, we both had him in 12th spot. So if we go to Gunther, so you had him 3rd, so he would have been tomorrow for you. Jamie had him, would have been the day after. I had him 3rd. So we would have both had, but the way that it kind of worked, because there are some high scores and low scores elsewhere, even though he was fairly consistent. Yeah. And you would think, well, no one had him as 2 or 1, and yet he's next. Yes, because some of the other people were more divisive. Yeah. So it kind of pushed it up. And that will be...
we're 2 for 2.
We're 2 for 2, yeah, we matched.
That's impressive.
I'm trying to think where else... I'm just looking at the list, see where we
if there's any
next
more.
The next person, we all had different scores for them.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
So, and I think that is the case for... That's actually interesting. Yeah, looking down this list, there's only one which you and I agree on score-wise. Otherwise, every score is different for people.
Wow, okay. That's interesting.
That is interesting. They're not necessarily miles apart.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, Gunther is our 11th best wrestler of 2025. Yes. Hopefully you've all enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, and be sure to tune in for day number 3.
Bye.
You fucking did it.
Until next time, this has been a Win Twice Wrestling production. Peace out.